What's happening? What's up, fam? Waiting on y'all to click on in here. Y'all should be clicking in a minute. What's going on with you? How's everybody living? Let me turn my microphone up. What's up, man? How y'all living? How's my sound? We good? Hold on, let me double check and get my sound like I need to get it. We in here. Glad to have y'all tuning in, family. Welcome to the late night tap in with Tariq. Chopping the game as we always do. Is my sound good, guys? How's my sound here? Feel like my sound ain't where I need it to be. Am I sounding good, guys? If my sound is good, everybody give me a thumbs up. If the sound is good, everybody give me a thumbs up. If it's bad, give me a thumbs down. It's good? All right, we good. We good. We good. So hope you guys had a great week so far. And hope you guys are going to have a great weekend, by the way. Just doing a quick late night tap in with the family. Glad to have you guys still up, chilling with me. It's the weekend, so it's time you get your freak in. I know how it is. And retweet this and let everybody know that we're live right now. What's up? Our sister Nikki the God is in the building. What's up, beloved? How are you, dear? A few things we got to touch on. Family, did y'all see the video of the black substitute teacher in Vegas squabbing it out with a little white Hispanic kid who allegedly spewed a racial epithet towards the teacher? It was a situation where a little white Hispanic, looked like they're in high school, allegedly called the black teacher the N word. Well, at the end of the video, he said the N word. He was like, "Yeah, you going to jail, nigga?" But this is a little white Hispanic kid. So he tried to throw blows with this black teacher, and the black teacher put him on his pockets. Black teacher put them things on him. And they fired the substitute, which they should not have. Damn that. I totally disagree with them firing that brother. That ain't cool. That brother was defending himself. This dude, the student, squared up with him. The student was trying to hit him. The student was trying to throw blows, and the teacher was like, "Nah, I'm not about to let a student whoop me down like that." And I see a lot of the mayonnaise militia complaining about the black teacher, like, "Oh God, he should be arrested. Oh, he was in the wrong. Oh, that was a student." I don't want to hear none of that because black students get beat up by these damn teachers and school resource officers all the time. There's always a video of a black student, especially black girls. They're always beating up on a little black girl somewhere. Remember in I think North Carolina, it was a black girl who they were saying she was being unruly, but she was sitting in her desk. The school resource officer, white man, came in and just body slammed the little black girl and started whooping on the little black girl. And all the white supremacists were high fiving each other. They thought that was the cutest thing, a little black girl getting whooped on by a cop. When these officers are beating down on black kids, people are high fiving each other. But when when a black man, a black male, when black daddy has to put the smack down and get some straightening, all of a sudden people want to cry foul. No, that black male teacher should not have been fired. And I want to make sure he's going to be good until he gets another job. If he has a little fundraiser, I'll put some on the fundraiser so he'll be good. No, you neutralize the threat. They do that to black kids all the time. Black kids who ain't even doing nothing. They drag little black kids up and down hallways all the time. These white teachers, and people don't bat an eye. And now, did y'all see one of these states? I forgot what state it is. They're talking about letting teachers in schools have guns. Is that in? I want to say it's Florida. I don't know. I just saw that somewhere. They're talking about letting school teachers have guns in the school. Now, who do you think they're going to use those guns on? Them white teachers ain't about to use them on no white students. They don't use guns on white kids. White kids don't get shot down. That's a rule of white supremacy. Even them white school shooters, they never shoot them. Think about it. All these white boys who be shooting up schools, how many of them were shot by police? Name them. I want y'all to name the ones, the white kids who run around here with ARs and guns shooting up school. Which ones were shot down by the police? They always get. Not only do they get taken in alive, they stop at a damn drive-through and get them a little snack before they take them to jail. We think that just started with Dylan Roof. You know, they took Dylan Roof to Burger King. Do y'all know that they did that as like some kind of little sick white supremacist symbolism? The first modern mass school shooting happened, I think, 1979. I want to say it was in 1979. It was a white girl who shot up a school across the street from her house in San Diego. And after she shot up the school, I want to say it was 79. I might be off a few years, but I think it was 79. And the police, before they took her to jail, they took her to Burger King. I want y'all to look that story up. And they asked her why she shot up the school. And she said, "Well, I hate Mondays." That was her excuse. And I think there was a group that made a song about "I hate Mondays" based on what she said. So it's a very interesting dynamic out here that a lot of people in the dominant society, they're allowed to get away with certain things. It's very interesting. That's why we got to be in positions to circle our wagons and protect brothers and sisters who are just out here doing their jobs, out here living life. And you know, people try to racially target them, and then you get punished for defending yourself from racial targeting. We're the only group who get punished for defending ourselves from racism. So this is why that crime bill is very important, family. This is why they're so damn reluctant on giving us a crime bill that repudiates anti-black racism. Because when you have a crime bill that specifically says anti-black racism is not tolerated, that will allow us legally, in many cases, to enforce that crime bill. We can enforce it. And the dominant society knows that. That's why every time they talk about a crime bill, they got to make everything very vague when it comes to us so that it can be interpreted certain ways and not specific to helping us. Now, with the Asians, they had a specific crime bill for them, and they specifically denounced anti Asian hate. The US government specifically denounced that. So that anytime you even remotely aggrieve an Asian person, bam, that crime bill is immediately enforced. Yeah. These transgender bills and all of that, they've denounced any type of anti-trans or any of that stuff. So the minute one of these trans cats come out here and they want to run track on a female team, but the nigga got a beard, and you say, "Hey man, you a dude." Oh, you just misgendered me. Oh no, that's a hate crime. But nigga, you got a beard and big muscles. Oh God. Martin Luther King wouldn't stand for this kind of bigotry, and no, nor shall I. See, they play these little Jedi mind tricks, and we sit up here and let these folks use our icons for their foolery. You see, but we got to shut that stuff down, man. That's why when we go to DC, man, we're going to be talking about the importance of a crime bill specifically designed to protect us as foundational Black Americans. We need a crime bill with specific words denouncing anti-Black racism. That's very important, man. That's what we got to get together and just let our voices be heard, man. We got to get together and stop bullshitting around and say, hey, man, this is where we are. This is the code we're on. We're not supporting anybody until they handle A, B, C, and D. We got to start walking into power and stop being afraid of power moves, family. We got to stop being so reactionary and start being proactive and step into people and saying, hey, this is what's needed here. And I have a lot of phenomenal ideas on how things can be enforced. I got phenomenal ideas on how um, we can word reparations bills, because we got to word things real tight, because a lot of people are latching on or trying to latch on to the reparations claims. People are trying to weasel their way into it now because they see we're standing on it real heavy. So a lot of people are trying to find a way to get a little finesse game going. Tethers and white supremacists. The tethers are trying to find ways to blend in. They're going to different barbers, learning our hairstyles. Some of the tether women are going places to learn how to lay their edges down to look more like FBA women. They're going to start trying to doctor their paperwork. We got to have things real tight out here. We got to have things real tight. And the white supremacists, again, many of them are going to try to claim a black great aunt. So we have to word things in a way that will not allow them to Rachel Dolezal the game. So we got to be very tight. It's up to us. We have to enforce that. And when I say we, I mean us foundational Black Americans on the grassroots. We have to understand that we are the gatekeepers of this thing, and we have to gatekeep, and we all have to get on the right code so we can know what words to use, what language to use, and how to shut things down. And we have to see things when it's coming. We got to see things ahead of time. Just like chess, man, we got to be 10, 20 moves ahead, man. Yeah, that's why, man, DC, very important. We need everybody out there in DC. It's going to be a phenomenal event. Y'all need to go to Rally 4 Reparations, and that's the number 4, Rally, the number 4, reparations.com. Get information and support. We got to GoFundMe. Everybody support that GoFundMe. This is a very serious event, but it's going to be a very fun event and a very intriguing event. And it's needed. It's very much needed. We got a lot of people in here. How many people we got in here? All right. A lot of folks in here. We're going to get some calls. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get on. Raise your hand if you want to get on, ladies and gentlemen. If you are ready to get on, let me see you raise your hand. All right, let's get Mr. Will on code. Will on code, hop on, brother.
Hello?
What's up, Will?
Yeah, I got two questions. One with you're always talking about Democratic shields.
Yes.
What's the difference between Plies, Sean Kingston, and Killer Mike?
What's the difference between them?
Yes.
Well, I know Killer Mike is a rider for real. Killer Mike is a rider. Does a lot for the community. That's my partner. Plies, he's kind of acting like a Democratic shield. Sean King, I don't have a problem with Sean King. Sean King does, he kind of does the bidding for the Democrats to a certain degree. But Sean has done great things. I will give Sean credit where credit is due. Sean has brought a lot of light to certain things and put the spotlight on certain situations that needed to be shined on. He's done a lot of things that I've kind of disagreed with, but he's done some good things. So that kind of balances it off. And Mike, that's the homie, man. Killer Mike is the homie. Real solid brother, man. So what's the point?
I just want to know what's the difference between. I just want to know because they Democrats and I get Sean put in work and stuff, but I get what they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Now, and Mike is very critical of a lot of the policies that some of the Democrats put together too. So he's very critical too. He doesn't act like a flunky or a do boy for the Democrats. You understand? So that's the thing. I don't knock anybody. People can have their views, their political views. That's fine. But when people have political views that are in bad faith with the vote blue no matter who, just like Plies. Now, I like Plies as an entertainer and all of that, but Plies is basically shilling for the Democrats. He's talking about, yeah, immigrants, we need immigrants. Okay, nigga, okay. Now you kind of tap dancing, you know what I'm saying? So what Plies is doing, that's something else. I can't co-sign nothing what Plies is doing. That's full blown shilling, you know. But that's what it is.
Mhm. And one
But
more
thank you
question.
so much, Will.
Oh,
Oh wait,
you
wait, go
good.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I was about to let you.
About the OJ thing, go back to OJ. You know this Glenn Rogers thing. Is that real
No,
or
I don't believe. No, Glenn Rogers. It's I don't know because Glenn Rogers has said a lot of stuff. He's a serial killer who was, I think, he knew Nicole, and and Glenn Rogers said that he did the murder, and OJ was down the street watching this. It was something he said. That what I don't believe that.
mm,
So, yeah, that you take that with a grain of salt. Again, I think those people were offed by drug dealers. That was a drug hit that looked like a drug hit. They were drug addicts. That restaurant, the Mezzaluna, was involved in drugs, so it was a drug. And some of the other friends got killed, so that's what it is. Shaylo,
Yo,
what's up, brother?
yeah, I had a quick question. I was gonna ask if you was gonna do another State of the Union broadcast with Jason Black and Professor Black Truth, and I let my plane there.
Yeah, I need to. I need to. We do. We need to do that. We need to get that popping soon because we the last one we did was phenomenal. People really enjoyed it. So we should do that. We should actually put that together. I wish they would. I wish Professor Black Truth and Jason Black could come speak at the rally. That would be great. But I understand, they gotta be kind of behind the scenes to a certain degree. I respect that, but it would be great if they could speak. Nathaniel, what's up, Nate? Nathaniel, what's up, man? Nathaniel, want to turn the microphone on? Come on, Nate. No, Nathaniel, what's going on with your phone, man? Did you drop some mayonnaise on the phone? All right. Well, let's wait on Nathaniel to get it together. Let's get brother Dominique in the building. Dominique in the building. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, Dom. How you doing, fam?
Pretty good, man. Just two quick things, man. I was listening to a space that you were talking about traveling and that, how we're emulated, across the world. And I just got back from Mexico, which is like my seventh country. And bro, we're emulated everywhere and we're loved everywhere too. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
people know who we are. And I just always encourage, everybody go see these countries because when they start talking about how we came from a downtrodden people, man, just go to their country, and it literally solidifies an argument right there. You see why a lot of them get away. So, it's just me, and I'll lay my plane.
no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, man. We're emulated everywhere, man. Not only are we the culture here, we're the damn global culture. To be honest, that's why Tethers try to be slick, talking about we don't have a culture, nigga. We're the only people who got a global culture that's recognized. We're literally the only people who have a globally recognized culture that's emulated all over the world. Everybody be trying to act like us, dance like us, cut their hair like us, wear their clothes like us. You dig? Everywhere you go, we are emulated all over. We are the not the American culture, not just the American culture, but the global culture. You dig? Global. Mr. Charles. Charles, your lunch is ready. Charles, you want to turn your microphone on, Charles?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Charles?
All right, I just bought this bike, so I'm new at this. Yeah, so I'm calling because of reparations for a specific group of people,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the two survivors of the Tulsa massacre. They're over 100 years old. The oldest one is 109 years old. They still living. And I think that's something we can get done this year if enough of us get behind it and push Congress to do it. There's no reason for them to say no.
Right. Well, yeah, we try to get, reparations on a bigger scale, but yeah, they need reparations too for what happened in Tulsa. But again, this is why we're going for the gusto. We're going for the big bag that all of us as foundational Black Americans need reparations.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but it's like I'm sure at some point in your life you had to push a car, and it's hard at first, but once you get it going, then it's easier. So we get this first reparations win that gets momentum.
Mhm. Well, we're gonna get momentum. We're going for the gusto. We're going for the big dog. You dig? We ain't doing little cases. We've done little cases before. There's been little cases here, little cases there. No, we should have been going for the gusto a long time ago. Ronnie, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Flex? How you doing?
Uh,
Long-time supporter, books, movies, everything. I
Love
have a question though. A while back, we had that young lady that was defending herself from the suspected white supremacist female in high school. You mentioned that we needed more black lawyers to step up. My question to you is, how do we incentivize black lawyers to come forward to defend us? Because they come out of school, they have they're riddled with debt, and they have to go into the dominant society to get work to pay off and make a living. So how do we incentivize lawyers to get involved?
Yeah, great question, man. The thing is, look, we got money. We have the money. We just have to have them. There has to be a will for them to do it, and also we as a community, we have to show that you will get massive black support. That's why with the rallies that and stuff like that, we want to welcome black lawyers and people like that to come on out and let the people know who you are and show that hey, you got thousands of people who will support you out here. We got thousands of black people who will give you all the support you need. These are thousands of potential clients that you might be able to use. You understand? Just like the great legendary Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran, again, Johnny Cochran worked for the black community. That brother was a rider for the black community. And big name people got him. Big name black celebrities got him to represent them. He worked for the big celebrities. He fought for the little people. He fought for the people who weren't famous. A lot of black folks who were victims of police brutality and violence. We haven't seen anybody that thorough in years. But the thing is, the black community loved Johnny Cochran, and we went out of our way to support him and to show him love. And he knew that we were holding him down, and we're letting some of these other black lawyers know, hey man, we'll hold you down if you represent and do what you're supposed to do. We'll hold you down the same way. But the thing is, there has to be a will to do it. And again, now, um, I think what they do, they start fishing for coons in college. They see a black person who's in law school and they have potential. I think the white supremacists pull them to the side and start getting them coon ready. They start say, "Hey, I got a nice white woman I can introduce you to." You know, they start getting them coon ready. Look, have y'all seen the draft, the NFL draft recently? Look at all these new players getting in the league. They already got a white woman. Every time I look at one of these draft videos, it's some Negro sitting at home with his black family and the white girl on the couch. I've seen about 3 or 4 videos like that. They getting them Negroes early. They get you coon ready early. That's by design. I got friends in the NFL. They talk about how them white women magically appear at the little parties here and there, and that's how they get out. Speaking of NFL and linebackers, we got T.S. Giselle in here. T.S. Giselle is in the building. What's up, T.S. Giselle? What's going on?
Hold on, let the queen rise. I was laying down because your ass is back on here at 3 a.m. We had to talk about this.
Yes,
Get it
indeed.
together. But
Yes.
the cancel, I am calling a cancel meeting, Tariq.
Who are you canceling, T.S.
I
Giselle?
said a cancel meeting,
Oh, a
not
council
cancel,
meeting. Okay.
cancel. TS is raising an FBA cancel meeting, urgent.
Okay, what's that?
Tariq, I have a very serious matter.
Now, what's that?
Tariq, you've got to disavow Sir Major. He's out of
What,
control.
what did Sir
How
Major?
many FBA women have to be attacked and harassed by this man? Our beloved FBA sister, Nikki the God, he has now drugged Nikki's name through the Twitter streets. What's going on in the sheets of my home? He has accused Nikki
Hey, hold on. We're not doing
of.
rumor. No, we're not doing no rumors in here. No, 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 no. We no, 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 no. Cause y'all be on here mudslinging and slinging and throwing rumors and out. No, 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 no. We got to see. I see what's going on. There's always something going on the Twitter streets. There's always something going on, and some of the stuff is real. Some of it is manufactured. A lot of stuff is doctored and faked. And I don't know. It's always something going on here. It's always something. But what we do stand with our sister Nikki the God, though. I know that we stand with Nikki 100%. We do stand with Nikki. All right. Let's get who's this? Nathaniel, you wait. I'll get Nathaniel in a minute. I tried to get you on. What's your name? Balance. Balance. What's that? Balance.
What's going on, Tariq, man? Salute to you, bro. This is my first time on your stage.
Yes, sir.
I came up, man. I'm glad you got that motherfucker off the stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, salute to you on that. No, I came up because you was talking about the lawyer situation and
Yeah.
what we should do about that part. And I've been my daughter is currently in at Howard University, and she was participating in trying to like actually pursue being a lawyer
Okay.
and representing, you know what I'm saying? That's where I think we need to start. We need to get the kids that's actually thinking about being lawyers. You know,
Yeah.
start grooming them now. You know what I'm saying? Start grooming them now and putting them in position. You know what I'm saying? And actually, they can use these as case studies to use they like to try to the reparation could be something they can graduate on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like really, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they could use reparations to graduate or as a case study or something. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So,
Real time. You
but
know, you brought up a good point, man. I thank you so much. This brother brought up a very good point about black people becoming lawyers, and we start to cultivate our own young people to get into the law profession. Family, you know what we need to do, though? This is the problem. This is the problem. This is a major problem. When we do have black professionals working for the community, putting in work, representing, speaking up for black issues, too many people in the black community let little ops and haters run amok because there's always ops and haters hating on the progressive black people who are trying to do something. Back in the day, that shit would get regulated. If you were somebody who was hating on a progressive black person, that person got dealt with. You don't hate on a doctor, you don't hate on a black lawyer. Look, even back in the day on some street shit, one of the rules was you don't rob a black professional. Back in the day, in the streets, an unwritten rule of the streets. There were a lot of unwritten rules, by the way. There used to be a lot of unwritten rules. One rule is that if you saw your op with a kid, you gave your op a pass. You saw your op with their mama or somebody, you gave them a pass. There's certain things you just didn't do. If you're gonna hit a lick, you wouldn't hit a black doctor or a lawyer, somebody like that. You wouldn't hit them. You wouldn't get a college student. You see somebody who's an honor roll
Yeah,
student,
right.
who you wouldn't get them. Nathaniel, is that? Hold on, slow down, Nathaniel. But that was a part of the rules back in the day. You just wouldn't do that. Now we have black professionals and black people who are doing progressive things. They are always getting attacked by ops, tethers, haters, and dusties. And the dusties are allowed to just run amok within black society. You understand? That is a problem. So that oftentimes disincentivizes a lot of black people from wanting to do something progressive for the community. If you're going to put your life on the line and all you got is a bunch of dusty Negroes low key hating on you and all of that, it's like, okay, why? Kids looking at that like, why the hell should I do something for the community? You understand? The ops have to be dealt with, and we have to incentivize our children and let them know that if they do something progressive for the community, we're going to look out for them. But we let too much foolery bubble and formulate and run amok within our society. Now, Nathaniel, hop on, man.
Hey, my DEI, how are you today?
What's going on, Nate?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to see a microphone check. I am going to the Chicago show. I'm a few hours away here in Iowa, so I am excited to see microphone check. But I didn't want to talk about what you're just discussing. I think that's a complete lie. I think that criminality is innate to FBA culture, and I have many pieces of evidence. But even you present evidence with your tweets.
Like how?
Like, for example, you'll post a video of, say, a black guy who returns a book bag that he found that had a lot of cash, and then you'll ask your audience, would you guys have done the same? And most of the people in your audience say no. They say they would have kept the cash, they would have kept whatever was in the book bag. And, that just shows that criminality is something that you guys accept and it's normal to you guys. Whereas in other cultures, most would return the book back to the rightful owner or to the
Uh,
police. But, FBAs,
oh, yeah, that your trolling ain't even. You didn't
how
even believe
you
that.
post, you did this
Oh,
experiment. You did this a few months
yeah,
ago. Do you
that's just yeah. That's so trollish. I can't even respect that. That's too trollish. Stop it. I'm not gonna even bite on that, dude. You just saying stuff. So other cultures would to return it, please. You don't even believe that. These thirsty niggas. Jamar, what's up, brother?
Hey, Tariq, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's happening?
Nice, very nice. I'll be as snappy as I can. I just wanted to bring the lawyer and the young generation situation. I couldn't help but to tap in. It's always something I want to tap in about, but this is important, man. The lawyer thing. Okay, we need them as we know, and so what I feel is when it comes to our lawyers is if they're on code with their normal job, they're gonna be on code once they hit our reparations move. They're already gonna be on code. They're not gonna need no instructions for us. They already on code at work. They're already facing the situation on the job, and so it's much more to say on that one. I'm just trying to be quick. Jumping over to our youth. So our youth, especially our young men, love to rap, right? Love to be
Mhm.
creative as we always have been creative and so when it comes to putting our rhymes together, our lyrics, what goes on in the courtroom? Lyrics, right? Creative lyrics. And so I had to just jump on here to all our youngsters who like to put out our lyrics, rhymes and everything. Remember, man, in the courtroom, it's kind of the same thing, man. Put that creativeness in that courtroom and let's do this with our fists in the air. Man. Love you,
Yes.
Tariq.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's important for us to really network with each other so that we'll know who's who. Um, so we'll know that there are professional brothers and sisters out there who will support other professional brothers and sisters who are not acting as do boys for the white supremacists. You dig? every image of black folks, we got to let people know that there's different classes besides the Democratic Shield Boulay class, and many of them are very much out of touch because basically they're just hanging around doing the jobs and the bidding of the white supremacists, waiting on a check from them. And then we have the extreme flip side of that, which is, you know, the rapping twerking culture, people getting record deals or trying to get a record deal, or you know, rapping about degeneracy, because again, the white supremacists are paying for that too. There's a big check for that. See, on both extremes, there's a check from white people. Okay. On the dusty extreme, there's a check from white people. The sexy reds and all of those people, and the people who rap about degenerate things, those are people who are funded by white society, white record labels. They fund that. That's funded by them. Uh, Even the concerts, you look at those big concerts, there's white people going to see that ratchetness. Mhm. So the bougie boule side are getting funds from the white supremacists, and the dust side, they get money from the white supremacists. It's that middle ground. It's the middle ground. Some of the working class black people, they work. A lot of times they might work at a white firm, but they're just not beholden to them because they can take their skills anywhere. Um, then that middle ground class, you have black people who are business owners. They're not looking for a check from the white supremacists. They're starting their own business, be it big or small. They might have a bigger firm. They might have a smaller firm. They might have a little barbecue joint somewhere. But that's the crowd I like. That's the crowd. That's the progressive crowd right there. That middle ground crowd. Those are the ones. And we got to connect with folks like that. Though that's your power base right there. You understand? That's your power base. So we have to look at it like that. Aaron, hop on, Aaron.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I want to talk about this lawyer situation.
Yeah.
So I go to TSU out here in Houston, and one of my roommates was, studying to be a lawyer, and he actually became a lawyer. And I remember this situation when, we were just chilling in the, common area, and we had our white roommate. And my thing is, our white roommate was, he was saying this. The topic was of the conversation was about politics. The white roommate was talking about how he didn't vote for Trump and stuff like that. Da 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 da. And my lawyer roommate, he's black FBA from Dallas, and he was talking about, oh, I'm so proud of you for not voting for Trump, saying this to the white roommate. And something like my spirit just kind of looked at him like in a coon light, because
Mm.
like he was like really the white roommate was on some white supremacist timing. He wasn't like blatant with it, but you can tell, he was basically a suspected white supremacist.
Oh, wow.
So my thing is with the lawyer thing, it's like we got to check the cooning at first,
Yeah.
and then get them straight. And also, I want to talk about the tethers being disrespectful. Um, I go to TSU, like I said, and some of these professors be I study computer science, and most of my professors are from the Middle East or from Asia or from different, not from the homeland, not from the soil. And a lot of these professors will be disrespectful towards the students. um, Actually have been disrespectful towards me. So we just gotta, get that in order to.
Yes.
I've taken it upon myself to start making student complaints, because a lot of these other professors have tenures at these institutions, and they're just disrespecting like the students and stuff like that.
Absolutely. What was that tether ass lady? She was a professor. I want to say in Maryland or Pennsylvania somewhere. She was an African lady, and we found her old tweets where she was talking greasy about foundational Black Americans, calling us all types of akadas. And she's teaching at a school out here in the U.S. And I forgot what was that lady's name, family. But thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
What was that lady's name, family? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't think of her. And she blocked me, by the way. We dealt with so many tethers, they all become a blur. But she was on the East Coast, and they dug up her tweets. And another dude, um, this anti-black, anti-FBA tether, who was online just talking real greasy about foundation. And they found out that he was a teacher somewhere in New York, and they hollered at the school about his ass. Roger, what's up, brother?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, Roger. What's on your mind?
Um, just on the topic of black professionals when we speaking about lawyers and things of that nation, nature. I was also going to say that since I'm in the aviation field as well, I'm a pilot, and I was just going to say we need more of our FBA family to get into aviation as well.
Yes.
Just because, like with the flight school that I'm at, there's maybe one other black person. He's from Trinidad. He a rider though. He cool.
Yeah.
But just in general. Uh, I rarely ever see black pilots or black air traffic controllers or anything dealing with aviation in general. So I would just encourage the black family to, if you have children or young nephews, cousins, even nieces, anybody that's in your black FBA family, to just encourage them to go to the aviation route. There's a black flight school that's opening up in Gwinnett County out there in Atlanta, not too far from now. And there's an organization that I'm actually in myself called OBAP. It's called Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, and they give like scholarship funding for, uh, black kids that want to pursue aviation or just become a pilot or anything in aviation in general. So just want to put that out there for the family.
That's tight. That's tight, man.
Yeah.
Much respect. Thank you so much, brother. See, that's great. I like stuff like that, where people, black folks understand the importance of really getting the messaging out of the profession, and you encourage others by giving scholarships, things like that. That's something too. You know what? There was I wanted to do that too. I'm gonna get you on in a minute, Golden. I get you in a second, Golden. Um, let me get you now. I hope I don't forget my point. I wanted to make a point about something, but Golden, hop on, man.
Tariq, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on?
Don't forget your point. Keep your point in your head. Keep your point. Keep your point.
Yes.
Just two things real quick. I was wondering about some type of mentorship for the young, you know what I'm saying, the young professionals, they in their 20s and stuff, to stop them from crashing out so much. It's just a lot of it going on. Second thing is I'm getting a lot of pushback on the um um people that's moving to Africa. I'm hearing a lot of stories of people having compounds over there for 20 years. So I want to hear your thoughts on those two things, and I'm gone. Land my plane.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hearing, to be honest, I'm hearing horror stories coming out of Africa. To be honest, folks are moving over there, and I'm just hearing all types of finesses and scams going on. So hey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm cool where I am. But I was going to make a point earlier about somebody was talking about scholarships, and I wanted to do that, and we were offering young black folks like little money to help them with school, and we were going to do some events where we were going to give scholarships and have young people write essays so that we can give them something. And there were some situations where some tether families were trying to finesse. There were some people who were trying to give some FBA scholarships, and there was some tether finessing going on. So that kind of put a cap on that. Let me get some other people in here. Let's get Harad Hanad Hanad. What's up, brother Hanad? What's happening? Hanad, turn your microphone on. You all right, brother? Hanad, are you okay? brother, you're gonna have to put your chickens back in the coop, brother. You can't just let your chickens walk around like that, sir. And I know you're about to make breakfast, but put your chickens back in the coop. You got anything to say, Hanad? And by the way, it's illegal to have chickens in the back of an Uber. That goes against the Uber policies. You're going to get your Uber license revoked, sir. Okay, let me get AJ. I'm going to get Sister AJ in here. All right, let's get AJ. Let's get AJ in the building.
Hello. I wanted to come up and just acknowledge you for a second.
Yes.
You were a huge inspiration and force in advocating for my special needs son here in Norman, Oklahoma, when he was bullied. He's autistic.
Mhm.
And, that really inspired me also to start an organization for young Black children who are special needs within the public school systems who otherwise are really overlooked. We have a serious problem in America with pipeline to prison
Yes.
when it comes to our Black children and especially our special needs children. And my son was truly a victim of that. I have actually two sons that are special needs in the public school system, and they are in, a predominantly white area where we moved because their dad was living here, and so we wanted to be able to be closer so that he can, be around them and be, in their life and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, that didn't work out. He's in a whole nother state, and I'm here. But we have
What
definitely
happens is,
been
well, go
we've
ahead.
been subjected to that, and I wanted to start an organization, and I did, and I've been an advocate in the district for years due to the racial disparities that we have within these predominantly white areas where the children are, less than 5% of people of color, especially Black children. And we have some serious racial disparities when it comes to, you know, um, SRO interactions with the children, things like that. And so, because we don't have enough people out here to actually care enough to advocate for these kids, I have definitely been that.
Which is
And
great, which is phenomenal, and we need more
yeah,
sisters like you to do that. So I take my hat off to you. Thank you. And also, I got to touch on. There's a situation down in Florida that's still going on. A little, it was a black kid, Brian, Pepper, I think that's his name, and he's a special needs kid. He's an autistic kid, ADHD, and they're trying to give this kid 30 years in prison because he physically attacked the teacher allegedly over a Nintendo game, something like that. And the way they're doing that case, they know good and well that the kid doesn't have the mental capacity to understand the severity of what he did. Just having a 30-year sentence hanging over his head, knowing that he's special needs, that's an incredibly racist ass um, thing that they're doing down there, and they know that. Some of these white kids go up here and shoot up schools, and the minute they found out they had an evaluation in the fifth grade, they use that as an excuse to let them off. This kid was in a special class. He should have had an aide with him. The school is at fault. They should have had an aide with that kid. They should have had him in a better facility. They understand children who are, larger size, who are special needs. You got to have people who can handle them. And you got to put them in environments where they're not going to hurt themselves or hurt any other people because they don't know how to control that. They are special needs. But when it comes to black kids, they understand these vulnerable people, you can take advantage of them. You see, they like soft targets. we don't get the luxury of having some type of mental deficiency. We're treated as one big nigga, and that's a horrible precedent that they're trying to set down there. That's why we're really monitoring that case very closely. And the fact that the white teacher, she's sitting up here advocating for harsh punishment, that's extremely unethical down there. Because what this does, because I think she's trying to get a bag out of the school district, that's completely unethical. Because now, if that woman gets a bag out of it and this kid goes to jail, what's going to stop some of these other teachers in schools from triggering one of these kids, especially a black one, to physically do something to him? And then, oh my God, look at what this black kid did to me. I need 4.5 million from the city. You dig? So that sets a horrible precedent that these teachers are advocating for harsh punishment, and you're supposed to be taking care of these kids. You understand? But they only do this with the black kids. The white kids, that doesn't fly. So it's what that sister is doing, forming groups to advocate for these black kids. We need more of that. We absolutely need more of that. Let's get next black billionaire. Next black billionaire. What's up, brother? Next black billionaire. All right. What's going next black billionaire?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on?
First of all, much respect, much respect. I appreciate your work and all the efforts you put in to move us forward. I want to make two comments. Number one, I'm a programmer and I'm a felon. I want to address what that guy said a while back that you shut down about blacks being prone to criminality. And I want to share a little bit of my story on that. Um, Obviously I disagree with what he's saying, but if I would just mention there's a long history of laws that obviously have been against black people,
Right.
from anti-literacy laws to vagrancy laws, not to mention slavery obviously, and us not being able to vote. So even if blacks were prone to criminality, I think it's a racist argument to even make, because what are you saying when you say that? The
Right, and
laws.
another thing, and this is the thing, because what I don't like for us to really address bad faith arguments. Um, Nathaniel is he's trolling, so he really doesn't believe that. That's why I hung up on. I didn't even take it seriously, because I think Nathaniel is black himself. He pretends to be a white supremacist. He pretends to be a white supremacist living in Iowa, but yeah, I had him on one day, and then his real voice came out when the rabbi was on. I'm like, he's black, dude. Nathaniel's actually black. He's just pretending to be a white supremacist. So we got to watch out for the bad faith arguments. We got to watch out for that. Um, well, we got a lot of people in here, man. A lot of people in here in the middle of the night. And shout out to Nikki the God. And I got to see what's going on with this stuff with people kind of spreading false things about Nikki. That's not cool. Yeah, anybody spreading false information about Nikki, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. That is not cool.
2 years ago, we came here to Washington, D.C., shoulder to shoulder, with our voices raised in unison, demanding recognition, justice, and reparations. That moment was etched into the records of our struggle. And now, brothers and sisters, we are going to return here to Washington, D.C., not merely just to reminisce, but to reignite our spirit of determination, to amplify our voices, and to reaffirm our commitment to the cause. Join me, Tariq Nasheed, here in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration at Freedom Plaza. We're going to have a vast array of phenomenal speakers, guests, leaders, and activists who's going to reignite that spirit of Majawa that's within us and our lineage. You don't want to miss this event. Go to rallyforreparations.com. That's rallyforreparations.com. Come on down here to Washington, D.C. Be a part of history. Join me. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for justice. Stand up for your ancestors. Rallyforreparations.com. See you here.